I am finally ready to talk about this highly debated topic in the homeschool community. And in the homeschool community, we have people that are hardcore for this and people that are hardcore against it. And all these new homeschoolers, families, they're coming in and they're going, okay, what am I walking into? And I don't know what I should do. So as a homeschool consultant and an evaluator for the state of Florida and YouTube speaker, influencer, all that thing, I've been sitting and chewing on this. I made a video a couple years ago. You guys spoke. I listened to what you had to say. I've actually spoken to members of the Church of Latter-day Saint about this to get some of their input. And I do have some thoughts. And of course, I'm sure you guys are going to leave me comments down below and you're going to get me thinking again. I may not like it in the first moment when I read them, but I do sit and think about it, okay? There's that. So here's the conversation. The Church of Latter-day Saints do not endorse the good and the beautiful. However, the person that started their curriculum, her name is Jenny Phillips, and she is a member of the Church of Latter-day Saints. The claim is, from a lot of people, that it is I'm going to say the word, and I know this word, Mormon, and I know Mormons don't like it. So but you'll hear that a lot, that it's Mormon, even though they don't like it. I just use that as an example. That it has Church of Latter-day Saints influence in the curriculum. On the other end, Jenny Phillips has apparently gone to the extent of having people from different denominations feed into the curriculum, read the curriculum, review the curriculum, and make sure there's no influence from any doctrinal statements or actually denominations, no denominational influence in the curriculum. So, and there's a lot of other writers that are from different denominations coming together to write this curriculum. There is also the thought that it is a debate. Is the Church of Latter-day Saints, are they Christian? A lot of people that are Protestant, that go to Baptist, Reformed, Presbyterian, they would say that they are not Christian. However, the Church of Latter-day Saints says that they are Christian because they follow the teachings of Jesus. Okay, that I'm not going to get into. I highly, highly recommend that if you do not know much about the different denominations, that you dig into it to see, learn for yourselves. There's so many videos on YouTube. I'm not a scholar or a theologian, and I'm not going to spend my time going into the differences between those two, but I highly recommend that you go through it. So that is the conversation, and it gets really nasty because there was a person years ago that came up with her own curriculum, and she was very critical of the good and the beautiful, and people listened to her, and then some people like her, some people don't like her, and it just got really nasty and messy. Let's get back to the actual curriculum, the good and the beautiful. Let's look at it academically. I made a reel that I state that, for first-time homeschoolers, it's a great transitional curriculum. It's my opinion. It really is a good transitional curriculum. It's going to take some of that traditional type styles that you remember from public school and give them to your children. It's not heavy. It's not overwhelming, but it crosses the T, dots all the I's. It makes it easy. The pictures are beautiful. Especially, all of them are, because it's only K through 8th grade. As of right now, very beautiful. Their phonics program is amazing. It is very teacher intensive, so the parent does have to be engaged. There's a lot of cutting things out and, putting things together for the parent to do before they actually teach the student. And from every single person that has used the phonics program, it's for the early elementary, they have absolutely loved it. Another thing that's great is it's all in one. You have all the things right there laid out in front of you. So there's that. Okay, academically, it does all the things. And I will say this in generally speaking, I've noticed that people that are involved with LDS or are members of the LDS, whenever they're hard workers and the quality of what they produce is very good. And Jenny Phillips, being a member of that, she has done a phenomenal job putting it together. And I can't sit here and deny it and say it is good, okay? Academically, it is good. Now, when it comes to faith-based, like I said, there's a lot of claims that it has LDS influence. And I do know that if you are a member of the Church of Latter-day Saints and you want some more of that, you can actually email them and they will send you some supplements to supplement with that. But they have specifically left it out of the online curriculum that you bought. However, if you go on YouTube and you start looking at different videos, there are some subtleties. One example is how they treat the African American culture. I don't feel like I can speak from personal experience, but I have heard the voices of those that are African American or Black Americans, and they have said that their American history and their approach of what government is off. And you will find people, and I will put some in the links if you're curious. And of course, always dig, and research. Because if somebody makes a claim on YouTube, that's just that. That's just that. So without proof, it's just a claim. So go deeper into it. Find it for yourself. I mean, now other subtleties from LDS, my understanding, one of the things I understand is that they do not believe that Jesus is actually God. They don't believe in the Trinity. That's a make it or break it for a lot of people, even though they claim they have people from different denominations feeding it. You have to look at the whole big picture. You see what they give you. But this is a community of people. The leader is part of the LDS, and then the writers and other people involved that read through the curriculum are Baptist and Presbyterian and different denominations, just to make sure there is no misinformation or specifically denominational type philosophies or teachings being infiltrated into this curriculum. What does that say about the group? I'm pretty sure the group collectively will say that the LDS is Christian. And if that's something that you do not agree with, then there's so much curriculum out there, you don't have to use it. And you shouldn't feel pressured to use it. Now, I have spoken to some members of the LDS. I have personally, privately, about the good and the beautiful. I've read all the comments that you guys leave, okay? From what I understand, when it comes to spirituality and faith, they will actually say it's watered down. So an LDS member is saying that the good and the beautiful is watered down when it comes to faith. I've also heard that from Baptists as well. It's watered down. And when I've looked at it, I've heard that I've seen that it is watered down. So it comes down to why you're homeschooling in the first place. So if you're homeschooling, your purpose is to teach a good, solid, faith-based foundation, regardless, whatever denomination you are, including LDS and Baptism, all the things. The good and the beautiful is not going to work because it is watered down. And that is what the majority of the people are saying. If you want something that is faith-based, if you're LDS, use the good and the beautiful and get the supplements because they'll email them to you. Or you could go with a different curriculum because there is so much out there. I even have a video where I talk about the different curriculums out there. I mean, there is My Father's World is a really good example of one. Generations is amazing. They connect with master books is amazing, right? So Apologia now has math and science. So there you go. Some of these, My Father's World is so good, guys. It's so good. You can even look at Sonlight, Sonlight. There's so much out there that you can look at. So you have to look at why you're homeschooling in the first place. I'm really big on making sure that my kids get a good, strong, faith-based curriculum. I do feel like the good and the beautiful is watered down, and I don't want a watered down curriculum. And quite frankly, I don't like all the drama behind it. And I feel like because there's so much drama behind it, I can't fully trust the company. And that's a personal opinion on my part. And that's it. That's simple. I'm not going to sit here and say the good and the beautiful is a horrible curriculum because it's not. Academically, it's very, very, very strong. And that's why I made that reel. The reel basically stated that I do not like the good and the beautiful. However, if you are a new homeschooler and you're just you need a transition from the public school or private school into homeschool, the good and the beautiful is great. It totally is great. And I would highly recommend it. However, after that first year, because you've already got your toes wet and you're already digging into the homeschool world and you've had the opportunity to watch the videos, you've had opportunities to look at different curriculum, go to conferences, talk to parents, look at co-ops, all the things, okay? Now you can start delving into some other stuff that meet your goals as a homeschool parent. Another good transitional, just by the way, another good transitional besides the good and the beautiful, just so you know, is Abeka. Abeka's very rigorous. It's great. That's a really good one. A lot of parents will use that. They've also tapped into BJU, which is also good, but I have heard from some parents that there are sometimes certain kids don't really like it because it could be dry. However, some kids thrive with the way that it's presented because it is very traditional. So it's another really good one. Now, but if you want to go completely different than traditional school and you want to try some Charlotte Mason type things, I do have a video right here and it has a quiz attached to it where you can see if about Charlotte Mason. You can learn more about Charlotte Mason. And you can also delve into unschooling, which is a whole thing, and I have a video about that. And unschooling, by the way, is lifestyle. It definitely is. And I do have a really, really funny video where I talk about, you know, I unschooled for 2 weeks. Even though unschooling is lifestyle, I still have the video. So check them out and let me know what you guys think about this video. I'll see you guys in my next video, okay? Bye.